Bible Quiz Kids!
Jesus feeds the 5,000. This week, we look at the story of when Jesus feeds the 5,000 with just the lunch of a young boy. Our lesson is found in John chapter 6, verses 1 to 13. Jesus healed many people around the Sea of Galilee and spoke wonderful words about God's kingdom. He was becoming famous, and thousands of people followed him, hoping to be healed, hoping to see a miracle, and hoping to hear his wonderful words of light and hope in a dark world. A boy heard about Jesus and was so excited to see and hear him. He wanted to go along with the crowd and see Jesus for himself. He asked his mother, and she said yes, if you're quiet and listen carefully to what the teacher says. But first, I will pack some food for you if you get hungry. Jesus went up a mountain and sat down with his disciples. The Sea of Galilee was in the distance, and around them was a huge crowd. There was 5,000 men, and that didn't include the women or children. They were all over the hillside, but they could still hear Jesus. Everyone wondered what Jesus would do next. As the crowds were so large, everyone struggled to get a good view of Jesus. With this in mind, the boy may have climbed up a tree to see what was going on. Maybe one of Jesus' disciples, Andrew, helped him, because Andrew later knew just where to find the boy. Jesus spoke all afternoon, and it was beginning to get late in the day. The boy was getting hungry, and he wasn't the only one. Many people were getting hungry. The young lad had brought food, but those in the crowd had not. Jesus asked one of his disciples, Philip, where they could buy bread for all these hungry people. Because Philip lived in that area, and he would know where to buy food. Philip answered and said it was impossible to get food anywhere near enough to feed so many people. Another disciple, Andrew, heard the question Jesus asked Philip. He told Jesus that he knew a lad who had a lunch of 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But how could that be helpful? Jesus asked Philip to bring the food, and the disciples were told to get everyone sitting down. Andrew went and asked the boy for his food. I am sure that Andrew would have offered to buy it from the boy, but I think that he was willing to give it to him because Jesus asked for it. When Jesus got the food from the boy, the first thing he did was to tear a piece off and pray, giving thanks to God for it. Then the disciples passed it all around the people, and they ate all they wanted until they were full. All those thousands ate until they could eat no more. Then Jesus told them, "Gather up the leftover fragments so that nothing will be lost." The disciples collected 12 baskets full with the leftover fragments. What a miracle! God provided food for everyone. Jesus used a willing boy's gift to bless thousands. The Passover, a celebration of God's provisions, was near. The Passover also reminds people that God provided food for them in the wilderness too. God had shown his power to provide for these people too, and used the lunch of a young boy to do it.